What it do, what it do, what it do, child. Welcome to today's episode. I'm sorry, child. That's legend, and he likes to be noticed, so he's going to be nice and loud. Well, thank you, Chad. Welcome to today's episode. I do appreciate everybody who has tapped in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are live, and today I bring you guys updates, guys, on the whole. I don't know if you guys caught the documentary. There's a documentary, the Diddy documentary that 50 Cent put together. I apologize, guys. That's Legend in the background. If you guys don't know who Legend is, Legend is my trusty companion. And guys, 50 Cent has launched a whole documentary on Netflix that's stirring up a lot of Diddy supporters the wrong way. Now, I don't know if you guys have caught it, but it is on Netflix. Netflix does not pay me to tell you this, but when you watch it, you will see that 50 Cent went out of his way to obtain very secret footage that I think Diddy didn't think 50 Cent could get, or anybody could get for that matter. Okay? So, right now, the latest is that 50 Cent has received death threats from the diddler himself. Now, how authentic are these death threats? I don't know. How direct are they? I don't know. We can go to 50 Cent's Instagram and check it out live. But before we do that, I want to look at this video that came out 2 days ago on the news where 50 Cent speaks on how he obtained these footages. Of Diddy in his most private moment. So guys, I got a jam-packed episode for you today. Welcome to the Cheat Challenge Reacts. And this right here is episode 43. And if you like episodes like this, there are more in the Cheat Challenge playlist. If you like podcasts, we are on podcasts as well, so you don't even have to watch it. You could just listen to it. So here we go, chat. Let's get right into it.
Netflix making news this week with a new documentary featuring never-before-seen video of Sean Diddy Combs in moments that he clearly viewed as...
And this is what I'm talking about, chat. I don't think Diddy knew that this right here could get into the hands of anybody. All right? Now,
secret, including a high...
Look at this is Diddy in his hotel room after he got arrested, chat. This is like epic gold. Like, how did 50 get his hands on this? I don't know, but the highest bidder will always have the whatever he wants in life. So here we go, child. I will not hold you any longer.
Stakes call with his lawyer just days before his now infamous arrest, plus Diddy reacting in real time as new lawsuits dropped against him. Combs has publicly objected that he says the videos were, quote, stolen.
I want to have a life to be able to live.
Chat, look at this. This is private conversations that Diddy had gotten documented after he got arrested. He's in his hotel. Look, September 10th, 2024. This is after the famous footage of him being arrested in the lobby. Oh, chat, this is crazy, chat. This is crazy.
You know, it's really going to be hard for me to take more hits than I've taken, God forbid, get in front of a jury and have a chance. And so I'm having this emergency call because something has to give. I've listened. I've been a superb client, as you said. I jumped on the plane. I'm coming to New York, but I'm just running around waiting for a shoe to drop.
These new videos contribute to a critical portrait of Diddy in the documentary, which we can report tonight has now jumped to #1 for Netflix shows in the U.S. since debuting.
But nah, that's crazy.
Small business owners across the country are using Amazon.
Unfortunately, It is.
This
It
week,
is what it is.
Combs' The Reckoning tackles Diddy's entire life, including previous legal controversies, the recent trial, which saw him acquitted on the most serious charges, including RICO, but convicted for prostitution crimes that landed him in prison for about 2 more years.
What the
Diddy's
F?
team is also
Yes.
rebutting this project as a, quote,
Indeed.
shameful hit piece. They note the obtained footage was not authorized for release. Netflix says they legally obtained the videos.
Absolutely.
In addition, tonight,
It's
another
not-
dynamic here is that another famous
no.
rapper is, of course, behind this film,
He-
50 Cent.
He is not out of jail as of yet, guys. He's not. Everybody, don't forget to smash the like button. We need that interaction so YouTube knows that we're doing our job here, guys. So smash that like button while you're here. And he is not out of jail as of yet. So this is like the Netflix series just dropped last week. So if you haven't seen it, you're gonna see Diddy be. They're gonna make him look so pathetic, so like useless, so talentless. It is ridiculous. This puts Diddy in an all-time low. At first, I was like, "Yeah, fuck Diddy, fuck Diddy." Now I'm like, "Aw, poor Diddy," because he is pathetic.
Who has long publicly clashed with Diddy and has recently expanded into a wide range of film and TV projects. He has plenty to say about Combs' record. The rapper, actor, and producer joins me now. He's sold over 30 million albums, won all kinds of awards and accolades along the way, and is now a successful film and TV producer. And we're also
Can you believe it? Yo, 50 Cent. Yo, he's crazy. Yo, chat. 50 is on a tour off of the whole Netflix series. Yo, this is so crazy, yo.
joined by his colleague on the project, Alexandria Stapleton, an Emmy-winning showrunner and director of this series. Welcome to both of you.
Oh, man, thanks for having us.
Always great to have a 50-day.
Yeah, it's always going to be good. Great for ratings.
Hey, yo. Yo, that's crazy that they're talking about this gangster-ass motherfucker like that, yo. Shouts to 50, man. Always doing what you got to do to take to the top. You know, me and 50 share a birthday. Me and 50's birthday is the same day. I think so. Hold on. Let me verify that. Alexa, what day is 50 Cent's birthday?
50 Cent's birthday is July 6th.
Oh, July 6th. My bad. Alexa, when is Mike Tyson's birthday?
Mike Tyson's birthday is June 30th.
June 30th. I share a birthday with Mike Tyson. My bad, chat. Keep going.
There we go. It's an important
But he is a cancer, though. He's a cancer, chat. He's a cancer, chat. That's how you know a cancer. That's a cancer, chat.
project, clearly.
Shouts to all the cancers in the world. I love all my cancers because we're the most loving people in the world, the most loving zodiac in the world.
The question for both of you, 50 first, why this project, why now?
Well, we waited until after the results of the trial to release the project, but I started like almost 5 months before I was able to find Alex, and finding an Emmy Award-winning showrunner and director is detrimental to the project being really well put together. So, you know, they should expect it to perform like Reggie Jackson's did.
Hello, she's letting you know. I know you love the show. I know she's an Emmy Award-winning director, but I already had the shit done. All I needed was an Emmy Award-winning director to display it so that way they could treat it like Emmy Award-winning material. That is a smart man. Shouts to 50 Cent. Learn, guys. This guy is a walking blueprint. He is like spewing templates, spewing blueprints, spewing algorithms. If you listen to 50 Cent talking for too long, you will walk away with a master plan.
Thank you.
Shouts to 50 Cent. And I'm not a 50 Cent glazer, so this is not a 50 Cent glaze piece, but I'm just saying, if somebody doing what they got to do, you cannot knock the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the why it's coming out now is we wanted to wait, you know, to get through all of the legal proceedings, the criminal trial, and it spans it's four parts, and it spans over 30 years of pop culture, his life. So it took some time, to say the least, to put all of this together.
It's an important story, and you could just tell it with all the public material. Mm-hmm. You go further, you've gotten your hands on some extra new material people are going to see for the first time, including this video. Any journalist would want to know how you got it, but it is Sean Diddy Combs.
Chat. This is groundbreaking shit, chat. You ain't hearing this nowhere else. I'm letting you know. Go check out that Netflix series. It is it's redunculous. Shouts to the realest food review, guys. If you want to see sexy cooking, go watch the realest food review. You're gonna watch good food be made by good looks. So you already know. Shouts to DTG, one of the sexiest chefs in Twitch. Shouts to DTG, one of the sexiest chefs in Kick. You already know, guys. Savage Life Music. Let's go.
In the heat of this, right before the arrest for the trial we just discussed, in private moments, talking to his lawyer, cameras running, let's take a look.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Yes, sir. And I'll be helping the realest food review, developing her Twitch. But yo, trust me, once she get this shit unpacked, chat, y'all gonna be hooked on the channel. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be hooked on the channel, chat. Y'all gonna be hooked on the channel.
It's the middle of September and there's still no indictment.
No, bro. Then you have to have a spokesman. You have to have some.
Wow, that he's divulging actual legal strategy that I'm sure Diddy didn't think would be leaked.
Some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be a person that you just may watch CNN. So you.
Oh my God, he's literally insulting Mark Agnifilo. Guys, clip this right here. Diddy is a savage. Listen to him.
Be pushing that, Mark. Because you may just be a person that you just may watch CNN. So you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking. It could be somebody that.
See? Right there.
That has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business of media and propaganda.
See, he's using his techniques to manipulate things like, chat. I don't think that was supposed to come out. Like, that's something that your attorney is supposed to know about you. That's it. I don't think that, that makes you look very conniving and very like weaselly, very slimy. He's super slimy. You know what I'm saying?
50, how'd you get it? And what?
Are you looking at 50 smile? Oh my God, 50 loves the fact that he caught fucking Diddy with his pants down. That is so crazy, chat. That is so
What does
crazy.
that scene show?
Shouts to all my streamers on, shouts to all my viewers on Twitch. Shouts to all my viewers on Kick. Shouts to all my viewers on YouTube.
Well, I mean, you're a journalist, Harvey. Harvey, you would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but I got it.
Ah, you heard what he said? Did you hear what he said?
Scene show.
Well, I mean, you're a journalist, Harvey. Harvey, you would not disclose your sources.
We usually don't.
Yeah, but I got it. Yeah.
What he said.
And what do you think it conveys?
Whatever he
because
said.
we see someone trying to pull the strings and talking about, he would say affecting, others would say manipulating the public views of.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just said that, Chad. What the fuck, bro? I'm knocking them shits out the park, Chad.
I think that, one big theme of the series is to go behind the scenes to really understand.
I'll be smoking rhythm, smoking on some rhythm. If you in New York and you go to dispensaries in New York, yo, check out Rhythm. Shouts to Rhythm with the super gas.
Understand how brilliant you could say Sean Combs is at marketing.
He can manipulate things.
Owning his narrative, controlling the narrative at all times.
And I'm sure that's what he did. He distracted everybody with the Cassie shit, so that way everybody's like, oh, Cassie this, Cassie that. And he probably made sure that his lawyer went after questions that made Cassie look like she was part of the freak offs. They focused on Cassie replying to freak offs, and the moments that Cassie was requesting freak offs, which was probably those moments where he had her gas, like he was going to marry her or some dumb shit like that, or that one day they were going to have kids or some dumb shit like that. Whatever the hell the carrot he was dangling in front of her. It wasn't a record deal. I guarantee you it was not a record deal. It had to be more than that. A girl doesn't do all that shit with you just for a record deal. She'll do all that shit with you if she thinks that you're going to be her lifelong partner. She'll be doing all those free calls with you. But I don't think that a girl free will be doing all those things unless she fucking loves the shit out of you. So, chat. I know that he manipulated the whole situation. He had all the lawyers attack Cassie in a way where they were just asking questions about shit that made her look like she was a counterpart, or at least that it would put a doubt in the minds of everybody that's watching. Is she along for the ride, or is she a victim? You understand what I'm saying? So that's all manipulation that Diddy used, and I'm pretty sure that he was the ringleader. You know what I'm saying? The fucking guys, the orchestra guy, that the guy that's telling you everything, that he don't play a fucking instrument at all.
And so why would that stop, when his life is on the line? So I think that his narrative, controlling the narrative at all times. And so why would that stop, when his life is on the line?
Excellent point.
So I think that, on its face, that's what it is. But as you get deeper in the film, you start to realize, perhaps
he's
how
way
some
more
of
pathetic.
these tactics, how they really came to present themselves, during the trial.
You show that his abilities, his early rise. Right. Alexandra, you also give time to.
She looks familiar for some reason. I don't know why.
Abuse. Some of the cases are in
don't forget to smash the
procedural
like
postures.
And if you're not following us on Kick, please follow us. We're trying to get to 100.
Because victims of sexual assault, sexual violence, that should. Gender should not be a part of that conversation. When you are a victim, you are a victim. And I think that this series was a platform in a way for these alleged victims to come forward, give their truth, put context to their situations when so much of it was ripped out, and we just went, the world was going for the salacious headlines, and they really had the time to tell their story.
Yeah, and the film takes us way behind the PR or propaganda machine. You see Diddy the day he's finding out about new suits against him while he's in New York preparing for a possible criminal arrest. Right. This is another moment from the video that 50 said he won't tell us where he got it. But of course not. A rare window into his thinking. I can say, just like Nixon didn't think the Watergate tapes would come out against him, it would appear that Diddy did not think he would lose control of this video as he talks about an accuser. Take a look.
Yeah, I want to see what are they centering around.
I don't know what level of brokenness, disease is going on. God told me to do nothing, so I gotta do what God told me to do, and when I want to do it. Once they study the story, man, about to be tripping. The girl that's in my group that was on my last album. You're on my last album now. All of a sudden, I'm this person. I'm this monster.
All of a sudden? I'm sorry, it's not all of a sudden, buddy. You've worked up 30 years of this bullshit. This is far from all of a sudden, bro. This is so far from all of a sudden. This is like literally like so far from all of a sudden. It's like more premeditated than anything, man. This guy is like, but you know what it is? I guess that when you feel like you want to defend your stance so much, you're gonna start pointing out all the people that are turning their backs on you, but they're not turning their backs on you. They've been dying to tell you how they feel a long time ago.
Yeah, man. Gloves coming off.
Gloves coming.
Alexandria, what is this show and the story you're telling?
Well, this is a moment where the lawsuits, I would say, take a turn and they become very personal for him. Don Richard is one of the alleged victims who filed a lawsuit, and I think that this is a moment where he was nicked. His armor was nicked, I guess you could say, because I think Sean Combs is a person who probably feels like to step to him, especially legally, takes a lot of courage that I don't think he really assumed that a lot of people were going to have, even though the Cassie lawsuit had already been out, and so I think he was a little off balance, but that quickly turned to anger.
And 50, the project, I've seen all 4 episodes. It doesn't feel like a personality critique. It feels like it goes to conduct, the alleged abuse, some of it alleged, some of it proven.
This is crazy, yo.
And so you also show, I'm going to, one person who worked with
Happy
Diddy.
Saturday to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a great Friday night.
Apparently many people did. And it goes beyond the bravado. Some would say, 50, you have some bravado, and that's okay. Here, it seems that it turns into something more sinister and abusive. I want to play Mr. Burrows talking about it and get your view of why this was an important part of the story. Take a look.
What are you talking about there, buddy?
He had this thing with strongmen, and he had a thing with wanting to be one, but not positioned to be one.
Oh God.
Streetwise, but positioned to be one industry-wise. And they call that a paper gangster.
A paper gangster.
Nor am I involved in any of that.
And so as he's paper gangstering, he's also trying to street gangster.
Really?
Smooth legal cannabis.
I don't think the two. I think you go from paper gangster, from street gangster to paper gangster, but I don't think you could go from paper gangster to street gangster. Street gangster requires you doing this shit since you was a kid.
Trying to street gangster.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Kurt Burrows has a lot of insight. And, this documentary is about people being able to tell their truth or tell their version of the story. And
everybody deserves one.
I wish we were able to have Diddy be in the doc.
That would have been nice.
So he could have said some things that, make people understand why people are saying these things about him.
The outreach went to his team and they gave denials, but he didn't want to participate.
Yeah.
What do you think of the psychology, 50? Because in getting to know you, I've learned that you could have been a full-time psychologist and done very well with that. You have a keen eye for people. Fair? Mr. Burrows makes the argument that Diddy was overcompensating, that he wasn't initially actually a tough guy.
Right.
And then there's the old saying, be careful who you pretend to be, you might become them.
This is true.
Did that happen to him in your view?
No.
I'm not sure if that's what transpired, but because I don't know him to be tough. We haven't even had problems. Me and him. Our issue, they'll say we had beef for 20 years, but I have hired both of his sons for different projects that I worked on, two different television shows, Quincy and Justin. So I don't.
Right? So how much beef can you have if you're hiring the guy's kids? You know what I'm saying? So it can't be that smoky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might not see eye to eye, but I don't think that they got beef on the level where it's like, because if it were, I don't think 50 would be hiring his kids.
Have that energy towards him, where we trying to hurt each other.
I think 50 just be exposing him because he be acting like he don't do those kind of things, and he do those kind of things. So we're going to talk about it. You feel me, homie? Just like me, I know a couple of funny motherfuckers, and when I see the people that be around them, I let them know, yo, that dude be doing some funny shit, because I don't like funny shit. And then when I hear the rumors about funny shit, like, oh, I heard he did that to some girl, and I'll be like, I don't like those kind of rumors. And once I hear shit like that, I disassociate with any person that has anything to do with abuse towards any person that is not able to defend themselves. That means I don't care if they cannot abuse girls, they cannot abuse handicapped, they cannot abuse the weak, the sick, the elderly, children. It cannot happen in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Once I hear about it, you is on the opposite side of the fence, chat. I do not side with abusers. That's what Savage stands for. We stand against victimizers and genocidal extinction. Anything that kills my race, anything that targets the brown or black community, anything that targets elderly and sick people. You know what I'm saying, chat? So I feel like, that's why I got that personal thing against whatever Diddy did, because he targeted it. When you target people, you're selecting a group of weaker people to manipulate.
All I would, while other people pointed out those situations, that he was dangerous like that, I said, oh, okay. I take it in, but we never got there.
Alexandria, the story also broadens well beyond the recent case. You look at a very controversial incident he was involved in early in his life, where people were badly hurt and killed, lost their life, but it was like a melee, not one-on-one violence. You look at the infamous case in the nightclub with J-Lo, where another artist, Shine, took the rap, not him. Are you trying to tell a story that he's been getting away with things this whole
That's
time, or is
exactly
that up
what
to the
he's
viewer
trying
to
to do.
decide?
I think that's what
Absolutely up to the viewer.
it's up to the viewer to decide, but I think that the truth is like there's so much shit that everybody's just focusing on like the parties. Like, what about the rest of the stuff? You know what I'm saying? What about that thing that happened with Justin in the bathroom that kid got shot?
I think that my job was to show patterns, you know, and my job was to report the facts and things that happened. And I think that it's pretty obvious that there are patterns that follow him, trails, you know, of destruction and you know,
Since day one.
devastation that follow. And I think that, again, context is everything. And so when you're talking about Sean Combs, when you're talking about these cases, you can't just cherry pick one to make it all make sense. You have to look at the piece as a whole.
Yeah. Now we have to talk about Tupac, which I wasn't committed to, but then I watched the doc. So
Didn't know you were getting that.
you have a lot of people saying stuff in there that makes it sound like maybe he was responsible for that murder, which has never been proven. That's a very serious thing.
Keefe and
We're talking about Tupac.
over in Vegas now, getting ready to go on trial for that case, saying those things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
God.
we'll see what happens with his trial. I think right now it's up for August of 2026. And so it'll be very interesting. It was fascinating, though, to unearth, you know, different people that are not in the direct line of, you know, when all the Keefe news came out. Someone like Kirk Burroughs, you know, you get to
Yeah, we
understand
didn't have
more
those
of
people
his
in those
opinion about what was going down. But I think more than just the actual murders and the tragic deaths of both Tupac and Biggie, I think that for us it was really important to understand some of the dynamics of those three, Sean Combs, Biggie, and Tupac, and what was really going on behind the scenes. That often gets lifted.
It's just crazy, Chad, that Diddy is the biggest trial of the century. Before that was R. Kelly. And Diddy, it's not only like the biggest trial, but he's the guy who's like literally influenced a whole music genre with his actions.
Because everyone just wants to talk about, you know, the murder, you know, and not to really digest why.
But do you think a viewer's left with the impression that he was responsible?
I think that
That's for the
really
viewer.
up to the court system and not to me, or the film. We're just presenting, you know, things that have been reported on, have been said by Keefe D, you know, himself repeatedly.
Thank you,
the LAPD.
Show some love, brother love.
Go on.
No, I'm just saying what Keefe was saying.
What he was saying, yeah. And yeah, you're speaking about a key person who some people would say, oh, that's strong evidence. Other people would say, when you get into years later and people with various agendas, you don't know. You have a juror in here. What did that show us about this case? Because there is a tension within all this. It's no stranger to many people that the justice system fails in all sorts of ways. You show how it failed survivors and Cassie, clearly. At the same time, he beat the case in New York. I remember the day it happened, and I looked at 50's Instagram for Diddy News, as so many Americans do. And in all fairness, 50 said, okay, he beat a big part of the case, right? You said. Many people think that was an unjust outcome, but when talking to the jurors, what did you find? Because the film looks at all of this horror, but then finds that a jury of his peers in New York, ultimately in this era, said the government did not prove the whole RICO case.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really complicated. And
It's complicated because they didn't go after him for the shit he really did, which was he beat the shit out of Cassie, and nobody went after him for domestic violence. They went after him for a whole RICO case. And if you go after somebody for one thing, you cannot throw in the other thing. It has to be for what you went after him.
And I think that to break down what went right and what maybe went left or wrong in that trial is that's a whole other documentary. But I think that we have two jurors, two very different types of New Yorkers, that were interviewed in the film. And I think that when you talk to them, it was very clear to me that they stood behind that decision. They stood behind it 1,000%.
Because?
Because they felt that based on the charges that were presented by the federal government, and that they could not prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Sean Combs was guilty of, RICO.
Yeah. That they overcharged.
That they overcharged. I think that when you get into the, I don't know if our laws or our legal system are the best when it comes to the gray matter of sexual assault.
They had tanks out in front of his house. Like they made a bigger, more extreme approach to the investigation.
So you think the government did basically mishandle what was still strong evidence?
They did overdo it.
They overdid it.
They did great. He beat the case. To me, that what he was charged with, that's a victory. Like that, to end up with 50 months when you had when your life on the line is a victory. But to be the only person that's incarcerated for hiring and transporting male prostitutes is different.
Yeah, life on the line, also a 50 lyric.
Yeah.
Battleship sunk.
It is. When he comes out, and it's not that long from now, he re-enters this world. He's got a stack of civil cases that could bankrupt even the wealthiest people, and you give voice to some of those accusers and individuals. What do you think the future should hold?
Jump on Discord.
For Diddy, should he be
jump in the gaming lobby,
re-embraced or not?
I don't know if he. I don't know why he didn't file bankruptcy. Like it would have indicated to the sharks that even if you see blood in the water, there's not that much blood, right? Because the lawyers, they came with so many lawsuits. It's like 80 different civil suits. So
it's over 100 now.
Yeah, that is going to exhaust him. The legal processes will exhaust him.
I think he also underestimated that a lot. With every celebrity, you do have different claims, and some are completely unfounded. But I think that some of these lawsuits, there's receipts, and there's footage, and there's voice recordings. And I think that for a man, it's also very interesting, for the culture of hip hop, so many artists record themselves, and they probably, when they were, recording themselves in 2005, never saw the year 2025 and how accessible that media would be to actually make a case for things. And I think that's a big part of the gumbo of Sean Combs and what he's dealing with.
Thanks to both of you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, Chad, what do you think about that? Huh? We got another video though. This one is talks about a death threat that he actually sent to 50 Cent. This one's a day old, so this one's going to be a little more recent than the one we just saw.
The damning documentary Sean Combs The Reckoning, produced by 50 Cent, aired.
I kind of like Diddy.
Diddy and his team have been scrambling to make it disappear.
That's probably how Diddy was feeling too.
The documentary itself unearthed a lot of truth about the monster Diddy in all his snake-like ways. Now, many people wondered how 50 got the secret footage Diddy didn't want released, and his former security guard Roger Bonds revealed exactly how.
Cause I'm getting it, it's your bonds, yo man, how 50 get, blah blah blah, yo, Puff, take this self doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right, whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P Diddy. They want that opportunity, so they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, They come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't
That
want
is
to pay.
a fact. That
He
is
gets in
a
touch with the
fact.
office. He gets in
He
touch
tries
with
to
the chief
dub.
of staff. Yo, what is
Gets
this I'm
dubbed
paying? What is
everywhere.
this I'm paying?
Guess
You know
what?
what you
That's when
paying.
50
You was
swoops in.
outside all
Zoop!
of these hours. It's
And takes shit right
160 something
underneath their
hours
noses.
in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder.
That's a fact.
And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get there. Yo, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
Nobody cares. Nobody
Now
cares.
50 Cent, he actually got a surprise
said
package
loyal to the
while
point of
at Club
stupidity, Chad.
11 in Miami.
Loyal to the point of stupidity, Chad. Did you hear that?
Ain't loyal to the point of stupidity. Trust me.
Now 50 Cent, he actually...
A lot of you out there right now be loyal to the point of stupidity that be doing shit without even getting nothing in return. Doing shit for people for free. Doing shit for no money because you think you're going to get something in return. Don't be loyal to the point of stupidity, Chad.
He got a surprise package while at Club 11 in Miami.
See, 50 got a package while at Club 11 in Miami. I don't know. He probably owns this. Because why would someone know to send him something at Club 11 in Miami?
And it was a clear death threat. Now, if you're familiar with the term pushing up daisies, then you know exactly what this means.
Oh, wow.
Even behind bars,
That's
Diddy
crazy.
is showing his power.
If that is true, that's gonna go so bad. Doesn't Diddy know that 50 give it up? Or he thinks that 50's like Shine or something like that. Nah, it's not Shine, bro. This dude, he sends messages, bro.
He never commented back at 50 Cent clowning him for wanting to take him shopping, seemingly hitting on him. It appears the documentary drew the line for the diddler. Now Diddy sent 50 Cent some daisies, indicating that he's a marked man.
Wow. 50 Cent. Club 11 in Miami, 29 Northeast 11th Street. Just in case, guys, you want to go to Club 11. 29 Northeast 11th Street, Miami, Florida, 33132. And the phone number is 305-829-2911. You already know, guys. Screenshot that. Keep that in your files.
Now 50 Cent commented saying, "What kind of ish is this?" Diddy
What kind of gay shit is this? Did he send me flowers? At Club 11, LOL, wow, all the foreplay, get busy, you know I'm stupid. A warning? I'm a 90s grimy ninja. You don't warn me. LOL, yo, 50, keep it.
sent flowers to me at Club 11, LOL. Why all the foreplay? Get busy. You know I'm stupid. Then 50 Cent said, a warning, I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me, LOL. Now Diddy is no stranger to unaliving people. Now let's talk about the bodies that he's hidden and he's responsible for.
You have it listened, you type it in, and then you go digging.
You literally just drag it in and it'll be an audio clip.
This plugin is especially sick because as soon as you put something in, it's a limitless amount of potential ideas.
Type in cello, hit find samples, and it will automatically find them synced to 184 BPM and D minor.
Yes, come on. And the fact that I don't have to go to another place and look.
Mr. Raid were career-ending tapes of recordings of celebrities and electronic devices with incriminating data on it were discovered in Diddy's homes in both LA and Miami by Homeland Security agents. Feds are also looking into a slew of shootings that have been directly linked to Diddy.
Guys, shout out to the Lionel B Show. Everybody go subscribe to his channel.
Now, the crazy thing is a lot of those were swept under the rug, but just a simple Google search will verify all of my claims of his crimes. Now, these are the Diddy shootings. Now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and watch this whole entire video so that you don't miss nothing. Now, Diddy has a bunch of bodies under his belt and a few survivors. Now, let's talk about first the most recent shooting that occurred in a Los Angeles recording studio involving his son Justin, the devil's offspring. Now, the music producer Lil Rod, who was suing Diddy, is doubling down on some daunting allegations that Diddy and his son were involved in a shooting at a Los Angeles recording studio back in 2022, as well as, of course, the allegations of harassment that's been all over the internet. Now, Diddy was sued on February 26 by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer on his most recent album, who alleged Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him while he traveled and lived with Combs from September 2022 to November 2023. In the initial complaint filed in U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, Lil Rod also detailed a shooting at a writers and producers camp at Chalice Recording Studio in Los Angeles on September 12, 2022. In addition to that, he also alleges that Diddy's son, Justin, and Justin's friend, identified in the court documents as G, was also there. Now, the lawsuit alleges that Combs is part of a RICO enterprise and that he and others are involved in an ex-trafficking venture. Now, RICO enterprise is one in which people or groups act together to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, which is meant to target organized crime. Now, the complaint is the latest legal trouble for Diddy, who has been hit with a number of recent lawsuits, including multiple allegations of assault. Now, the complaint filed by Lil Rod accounts that he heard multiple gunshots after a heated conversation in a nearby bathroom at the recording studio. When the bathroom door opened, Diddy and his son walked out and Lil Rod found G lying on the restroom floor in a fetal position, holding his stomach and bleeding out his leg hip area, the lawsuit said. Lil Rod said he helped the victim up and took him to the front of the studio where an ambulance was waiting out front for him. So far, the Los Angeles Fire Department has not responded to multiple requests.
I don't know, Chad, you don't think that that's kind of sus? I find that shit kind of super sus.
For more information regarding the shooting. Now get this. Lil Rod also alleges in the suit that Diddy instructed him to lie to the police and tell.
Why would an innocent man tell you to lie to the police?
Them that Diddy or his son had nothing to do with the shooting and that it had occurred while G was outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. Now, Lil Rod is standing by his accounts and maintained that G was not shot outside Chalice, but actually inside the bathroom. Now, Chalice Recording Studio is also staying mute on the shooting as they were possibly potentially paid off by Diddy, and they are not cooperating with releasing any surveillance tapes. Now, reportedly, the studio was contacted by NBC News and they issued a questionable comment. Chalice Recording Studio is alleged to have sent an unnamed person stating the shooting occurred a half a block away from Chalice and it was the result of a robbery. They also said there are police reports corroborating this and to please wait for facts to come out before you start contributing to the defamation of our organization. Now, Chalice also said when LAPD arrived on the scene, it was immediately determined conclusively that the shooting took place some distance from the studio. Now, more information in the complaint also states, citing a media report that claimed G went to the studio after he was shot. But Lil Rod's original suit indicates police were inside Chalice and witnessed the blood in the bathroom, but still went along with the bogus claim that the shooting took place outside of the studio. Now, that definitely sounds corrupt. Now, included in the original filing are screenshots reportedly showing.
Chat, there's fucking screenshots of this shit, and the cops still believe the story told to them, which was that this was happened outside, and it was a drive-by shooting. how did that bathroom get full of blood? I'm pretty sure he probably said that he ran in there. But if Little Rod said he heard the gunshot in there, there's got to be a hole in that wall somewhere, chat. It's got to be a hole in that wall somewhere. I don't care what you say.
The aftermath of the restroom where G was shot by either Diddy or Justin Combs. Now, Little Rod also claims that he has the clothing he wore the day of the shooting, which he says could have the potential DNA of the shooting victim. Now, the filing says Diddy and his son Justin were not at the studio when the police had arrived, and it alleges that Diddy and his son hid out and laid low in another studio while police investigated, and that they were the first ones to leave after the officers departed. Representatives for Justin Combs on February 27th, of course, denied the allegations filed in the complaint, which they call absurd and lies, and said there will be legal consequences for all defamatory statements made about the Combs family. Now, that's just like a lawyer to call everything their client did as lies. Now, let's travel back to 1999 when Diddy shot a woman in a nightclub. On December 27th, 1999, Sean Puffy Combs and then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez had been celebrating a soon-to-be released album by Shine, aka Jamal.
She was in that documentary telling on 50, on Diddy, because Diddy done shot her in the face, bro.
Borrow, the rap...
Allegedly, because I don't think that she saw. I think she says she saw it, yeah. I think she says she saw it.
Mogul's 21-year-old protege at Midtown's Club, New York.
Wow.
They were leaving when Combs, carrying a bottle of champagne, accidentally jostled one of the club patrons, knocking a drink out of his hand. The man, Matthew Allen, a street dude known as Scar, responded with a shove.
Scar don't play that.
Things escalated. One of Allen's companions allegedly threw a stack of money in Combs' face, and shots were fired, leaving 3 people injured.
3 people.
Combs and Lopez were arrested, fleeing the scene
right
in a Lincoln
here,
Navigator with a gun.
Chad, the one that got hit with a cop killer in the face, Chad. Cop killer. She survived the cop killer to the face, bro. And Combs gave her bread, and he paid it gladly. She'll say it. I'm not making this shit up. She says it.
In the trunk. J-Lo was quickly absolved, and although witnesses said they'd seen Combs with the weapon, and his driver testified that his boss had bribed him to claim ownership, his legal team, including Johnny Cochran, created enough doubt that Combs was acquitted too. He says, "I don't know if you know this, Judge, but this person, Jennifer Lopez, is a very famous actress," one lawyer pointed out. To think Mr. Combs is walking around with her with a loaded gun is so ridiculous that it stretches the amount.
So he used Jennifer Lopez as a cover-up, because since she's so clean-cut, America's sweetheart, especially at the moment, he could just say, why would I have a loaded gun if I'm with Jennifer Lopez? And that would be a great excuse. Wow, brilliant.
Imagination.
He's still, he's that good. You saw him in the Netflix documentary at the, when he was in the thing, when he was in the whatchamacallit, the hotel. What he did, he was manipulating the way he wanted his lawyer to work.
Now, in the end, it was Shine who served almost 9 years for assault, gun possession, and reckless endangerment, though he did so angrily, claiming Combs had sold him out to save his own skin. After his acquittal, Combs changed his nickname to P. Diddy in hopes of putting the past behind him. In suspected retribution, Allen was shot to death at Footlights, a Brooklyn nightclub, and Shine, who embraced Judaism in prison, renamed himself Moses Michael Levy, squashed his beef with Diddy for taking the fall at Paris Fashion Week, where they attended the Kenzo and Givenchy shows together.
Wow.
Now, recently, one of the victims of the shooting came out and named Diddy as the actual trigger man.
Oh shit, he was the trigger man.
Hey, how you doing? So
that's the lady, Chad. This is the lady I'm talking about. This lady right here. This lady, she's the one I'm talking about. She is the one who fucking got shot in the face with a cop killer. She's gonna say it right now.
Here today about this latest lawsuit with the P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call him.
Guys,
lawsuit
join the Discord. You already
that has
did
come
that.
out involving the producer Little Rod. So basically, his last two lawsuits, or last two major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went.
Oh, wow.
And he threatened her to make her
And
feel
he
like she had
threatened
to
her.
do so. And
Wow.
while there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
In this lawsuit with the producer Little Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, that's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it.
Oh, God.
Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face.
Oh, God.
In that 1999, December 27th, 1999, Club
She not lying, chat.
New York shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I have told everyone ad nauseum since then, even the surgeon who did the surgery to take the bullet. I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer.
Told you, chat. A cop killer.
I literally have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face.
See? Told you, chat. We're a cop killer, a hollow point.
I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible testified in the criminal trial.
I didn't even know that. Even the doctors testified.
That while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew pew me in the face.
Wow.
He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet harassing me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it. And look what he did to Little Rod. He threatened him. Oh, you don't think I bust my gun? I shot up the club in Club New York and let Shine take the fall for it. I shot them people. Well. It only took 24 whole years for it to come out. You see this tattoo? This commemorates me getting shot. It took 24 years for him to come out and say it. I've been saying it all along, but y'all pick and choose who y'all want to believe. Oh, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Not only did he pew me in the face, he also set off a course of harassment against me for the past 24 years. When I tell you the things I went through, there was a time in 2017 and 2018 where I got 7 flats on my BMW. 7, the same tire, in a 2-year span. 7 on the same tire, and they were all new. Every time it happened, I had to get a new tire. I have the pictures to prove it. Harassing me. You want to know why? Because prior to Cassie, I was the only person to be victimized by him and then to successfully sue him and get paid.
You heard that, chat? She's the besides Cassie, she's the only other person who's ever got to sue him and got paid. Everyone else gets dubbed.
And he had to pay me out of his pocket.
And he paid out of his pocket. Whoa.
He has never gotten over that. Oh, baby. You see this RICO charge that's about to come? This conspiring and pew-pewing up the club and ruining or attempting to ruin my life? As God is my witness, I will not stop until you suffer every single iota of punishment, until I have every second of recompense that you took from me. For every tear that I had to cry or my children had to cry, I am going to get $1 million back from you.
We at 7-Eleven, standing on the floor. Miss my war in heaven, I'm still waiting on your call. HVX, hold it steady, then we watch that body drop.
Lay me down, boy, I just wanna feel.
No, I'm good.
I will not stop until you pay the price for what you did to my life. And for all you people out there on the internet and in cyberspace and in the far reaches of my life or the perimeters or wherever, who always like, oh, she just saying that to get some. Hell, what you got to say now? What you got to say now?
Good
I had some youngins on the internet that ain't even old enough, that weren't even alive when it happened, arguing me down, cussing me out, calling me everything but a child of God. Go check Instagram, it's there. Harassing my life. Harassing me. Oh, you lying, he ain't do that to you. You just want clout. You just chasing clout. What is that to chase clout about? How is that clout chase worthy? It doesn't even make sense. Well, I guess it would make sense in this new generation, but you better believe I will have my say. I will have my say. Hashtag having my say.
She said hashtag.
Hashtag the dopest nerd
Oh,
ever.
she said hashtag.
Hashtag
Again.
EbTalks.
Oh, she said it again.
Y'all ain't seen or heard nothing yet.
Now, it definitely seems like Diddy is capable of putting that hit out on 50. Wow. Now, he already sending him a warning saying, look, man, I can touch you wherever you at. And, you know, he's basically showing his reach to 50 Cent, man. And I do feel like 50 Cent may be a little shook, or he may be just that crazy to where he just don't give a damn. Because 50 got money and power as well. So it's interesting to see what's going to come about, man, with this documentary coming out. If y'all haven't seen the documentary, make sure y'all check it out on Netflix. It's definitely interesting, man. Want to get you guys' take on that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. And now, how do y'all?
Yeah, chat, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, and thank you for tapping in. Don't forget, if you like more videos like this, you're gonna see some recommendations. You're gonna see subscribe over here or over here, and you're gonna see that it's gonna give you a playlist of other videos just like this one. So if you found this one entertaining, you're gonna find the next one's way funnier. So chat, don't forget, if you got any comments on this topic, we're gonna keep tracking this. Drop a comment in the comment box. Any source tips that you guys got, put them links in the description, put the links in the comment box. I will be showing them on the next video and giving you thanks for being the person who brought it as a source. Chat, you already know it's a Chi challenge. Your boy Chi, Uncle Chi here, King Buddha. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, Kick. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and of course on Facebook as well, guys. And guys, you already know it's your boy Chi. Peace.